Yours, guys. It's what's on and today I got a review, man. I put it on myself to review it. I actually wanted to review it before I did part three, but well, I'm doing it anyways. Part three is gonna be coming out. Just finished it. It's actually exporting right now as I'm recording this video. It's the 24th of February. It's Lance Scotsman's birthday. It's like 11 o'clock at night. Yeah. Well, I gotta talk about it. I gotta review and discuss and talk about the Militant series. Or what it's really mainly known for. The My Sisters are Crushing Amy series. Yeah. This series is about like ETU or Expect the Unexpected, which is a great name to talk about these stories. Obviously, these stories are fake because if they were not fake, we'll be hearing about them in the news. Obviously, guess what? We ain't. It's fake. Yeah. I reviewed this series at least until about season 2 or 3, about 2 3 years ago. About 2 3 years ago. Um, on my Instagram live stream, I actually did it a couple times reviewing the series. Reviewing it on my Instagram live stream. And to cap off, what is it? Six, six, 31 D&D. That the first six official because of like a couple 31 D&D type videos that predate the official. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in. I'll talk about that in another video. But I gotta watch and don't take in detail and review 5 seasons of this, 31 episodes of this, of what I think is a very best mid show series by an animation team, by an animation channel. Last time I checked, it was like season 3 and season 3. Now they had 2 more seasons. It's crazy. And it ain't looking like they ain't better. Yeah. I gotta do this. I gotta do this, man. So, yeah. This is the Militant series. Let's get it. Season 1. So the main point of this season is obviously it's the introductory season. So we're getting basically lay down. But the main point of the season see it's Milton going through a hard time beating them and getting knocked down by his jealous uh gold digger hoe sisters and ex. And in the first episode, it looks like Milton is the character to cheer on, which you kind of still get in like And like the rest of the episodes was like as you start to get along, it's like like this moment, so it's like you are making dumb decisions for yourself. But but he revealed everything to his family, which he probably should do, especially the fact where the family business is like going down. You probably should do it, especially probably should do it, but it's like it's also questionable with the way he was growing up. Growing up, but the stupid decision he made was to let them live in the same house as him. Obviously, you don't want your family on the streets, but you could at least buy another house, a smaller house, and then just got them in that house and told them to pay rent. That that could have saved them a lot of time, effort, pain. Yes, but also another thing, another stupid decision he made, which was even stupider, was not turning in his sister and his ex after they tried to steal money and take his credit cards, which they actually did take his credit cards, but he moved all the money to a different card. All right, so oh, he was going to call the cops. He got that on the camera and like all that stuff. But due to his sister basically quote unquote confessing to him, she basically manipulated him. Basically, I could probably say he that manipulated him into not calling the cops on her and the ex. How stupid are you? Like you allow yourself to do that? It makes no sense to me. Makes literally no sense to me. Whole situation could have been innovated for it if he just called the cops. But was it plot device? Which was plot convenience. But for plot convenience sake, he has to make them stupid decisions. Why the fuck? Okay. I'm not bleeding that much. So, but back to what I was saying. So he makes that decision, but he's not at fault because he's not the only one who is well in the wrong. His sisters, his sisters. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, bruh. Like that scene before it, like the scene before it, where like they were trying to take out the money and like he was drunk, fake, he intoxicated, like he fake, he'd be intoxicated, so he could like go along with the plan, so he could like catch him. Mm. Like there was a literal whole scene for like a good hood 30 second of like the sister and the ex like arguing. I literally wrote down in my notes like gold digger versus gold digger. Like y'all both gold diggers. One's the sisters, one's the ex. Yeah. So uh let me try to I gotta go back to my notes because I got a lot of notes here. Go back to my script here. So oh it was after the it was actually the scene after when he found when he had when his backup plan is good idea was to fake that he lost all of his money. That's where that gold digger versus gold digger scene came from, because they were all mad and stuff because he couldn't spend his money. And then when news got spread to his college, nobody wanted to mess with him because they all wanted to mess with him because he got that bread. Now when he doesn't have the bread, he nobody want to be associated with him. That's crazy. Popularity in school who might be decided between how much money you got or what you got that people could benefit off of. It might not be money, it might be a skill. It might be you might not be on the basketball team or you might not be the star player on the basketball team. That's the difference between you being popular and you not being popular. That's what it is. That's what it is. So yeah, but it didn't bring but money doesn't really bring happiness. Not really, according to a lot of sources. Yeah. So oh, but when he was in that little I can't say crisis, but when he was in the crisis, he girl who was in a richer family who turned out to be the brother of his business partner named Malik. So came out, he came and like talking to him and like they start to like become friends and start to date and stuff. And as soon as things start to go at least a little bit better, because he didn't have to mess with the sisters, he didn't have to mess with all these like people who just wanted to be around because he got money. He the wall fell. Everything crumbled apart. Hit the fan. Like like literally. Like at this party they went to at the club that I went to, like this party at the club he went to, he met his business partner and his business partners were hi- his business partner was a good friend with his sisters and his ex. Yeah, tough thing. So he had to be. He kind of had notes. He couldn't break the news. Like his sisters were basically on him about lying, and then like Mother was over there and like she started getting like emotional and stuff because because she he found out he lied to her. I don't know why I put in quotation, but he did kind of lie to her. And then Big Brother Mommy comes in there. James mad because his sister's upset, and he's upset at him because he's making her sister upset. So he cuts ties with him, which basically cuts off cuts off like 8% of the business. He's like it brings his business to the ground. His love life is ruined. His business is ruined. He's on the back. Now he has to move out to a one bed room apartment. Me had to drop out of college. Had to work her like small time jobs until we got out to the bank where he started working and started riding up the ranks. But his boss, as an L boss, or what we would call, uh, or in a more aggressive way, a female dog hook. But obviously we say a little different. It's a different word, a different meaning. And, and guess what? That said boss fired him because he believed his sisters and his exes over him. But good thing he found a coworker who was perfect for him, the perfect girlfriend named Beth. Beth is the perfect girlfriend for any guy, and I mean, like she's gonna be there to support you. She's going to back you up. She's going to protect you, not physically, but like she's going to protect you when you're down. She's gonna protect you against people who are your ops, who trying to talk about you. She's going to help you when you're down. She's going to build you up. She's going to keep you up, and she's overall just a great girlfriend in, in the story. You will want that type of girlfriend if you're a guy. You would. You definitely would. Don't lie to me. You would. You'll be ecstatic if you had a girlfriend like Beth. Yeah. And she was actually one of the only good characters in this season. Yeah. And him and Beth, they went on after he got fired from the job, went on to make their own business and exposed the boss. That's what you get. It exposed the boss. Almost exposed the police because the police uh, the want to be protective. Almost exposed 12. So and so oh would they do that, and then he goes into like crypto and stuff and start just to rise up. Like he's having like this like at the final episode he's having like his like little event to announce his business to everyone, which I had that type of event. I do public speaking in that one. It was my first public speaking. I had no script. I basically had no script. I had like notes and and yeah. And yeah, um before that happens, it's just it's this go on what I had said in my script, the incest drug. It's not actually a drug, but they literally like go on like some like crazy, crazy like rants. Like they go on like TV, they get like their interviews and stuff. And one interview they were talking about like here people of us and basically framing him to be one of the people who like incest, who is a incest person, who is an Alabama person. Okay, this story could take place in Alabama. This joke I kind of old, but I still gotta bring it up. So yeah, and they somehow got famous off of it. They somehow got they somehow got really famous. Like literally, no one shows up for Milton. No one shows up for Beth, but them sisters and that ex, everybody shows up. The whole neighborhood shows up. There's so many crowds, so many people that nobody can get a good picture of them. Like it's crazy. Like they're the most popular thing in right now, and that's how the season ends. That's a lot. I know. I'm looking at the time. It's 14 minutes. I've been recording this section for 14 minutes. When I wrote the script, it was literally like a page long. It wasn't actually like a page long, but like it was like it started at like half a page and then like it going up. But it's like close to a page long, like three quarters of a page long. Yeah, that's a lot of information that y'all just soaked in. And that's not even the full thing. There's a couple of little side stories, some little details that I didn't mention, all that stuff. But every single character in this, except for two, are either crazy or make pretty stupid decisions that genuinely affected the whole story and made it bear unbearable to watch. Let's talk about the main character, Milton. He made two huge mistakes that could have gotten his family, his sisters, and his ex just away from his life. At least the second one, it would be one of his sisters, and then who knows. But oh my goodness, he made the dumb decision. He could make the better decision. He could make the better option, but his moral compass made the bad decision. Obviously, it's for plot convenience, but like, come on, come on, man. You gotta make better decisions. Let's talk about these sisters and the ex. The two sisters, there's three sisters, but I'm going to talk about two because they're literally like the exact same. One gets more attention than the other, but I don't really care. I can barely even remember the name, so I can barely care. Uh, one of them should be locked up right now. One of them should be, along with the ex. They both should be locked up in jail. They should. The other one is a gold digging female dog. Yeah, and the parents, the father should be locked up for the stuff he did. Like that's straight up child abuse. I'm sorry. That's straight up child abuse, low key pedophilia. That's just that's just weird. He's a weird man. He might be even worse than EDP 445. Low key. He should be locked up. And the mother is a gold digger. Gold digger. Yeah. Let's go on to Melissa. She was pretty likable. She was probably the girl that you would want, the girl that you would want, the the shy girl who that I can't. She would be. She would not be the perfect one, but she would probably be a pretty decent fit along with Milton if she didn't make that dumb decision and Milton didn't low key and Milton was able to explain his stuff. But for plot convenience, it didn't work. Aye. And and her brother James, aka the business partner. Come on, bro. I know you saw your sister all set, but like, damn, you cut off business ties that quick. Jeez, and then started suing the man. Like, god damn. At least let the man. At least like tell him to just like leave, and then you talk to him later. Like, god damn, everybody cut him off that night. They both come off that night and never gave him a second chance to even explain. God damn. Like, where's the innocent until proven guilty? That could have worked easily in this story. In this season. Jeez. Oh my goodness. This series is just crazy. Like it's a stupid like it's executed pretty mid. It's a mid execution for a story that's crazy. Like it's like a crazy story that has to be that's not executed like perfectly, but it's executed in a way where it's like, bro, what is going on? Like you want to like it's so bad you get invested into it. It's like how bad can it be? It's that type of story. Uh, is that everybody? Everybody that is the ex should be locked up right now, and I already talked about her ex. The boss, he's the L boss. He got exposed. Hope you rot in jail. Hmm, hmm. Tina, I his wait no. Tina is the other sister. He got three sisters, and she actually had character development, like actual character development, and a character arc. She used to be one of the used to be one of the. She was basically the other sister. It's the like annoying, low key psychopathic and wanted to leech off of Milton. Then she gets basically simply exposed by trying to cheat off of Milton, and and getting exposed in public, and she had to drop out, and she got humbled, and she actually was able to help Milton pretend that he was actually like drinking, which the way he did was he literally just poured the drink into a pot or something like that, into one of them like plant pots. It won't negatively affect the plant, hopefully. But yeah, yeah, Tina actually has some pretty decent character development. I like it. I wish it was in the season more, but we probably won't want to see her in the season more. And I already talked about if if earlier, perfect perfect girlfriend for any guy. 10 out of 10, well, 100% recommend. So overall, this season it has some it has some decently high highs. Like obviously some characters are like alright. Like Milton's not a bad character. He just made stupid decisions. Like the characters ain't like horrific. It's just like they're more or less annoying and just annoying characters, like characters that I would not want to be around. Than characters that are like just like generally annoying. Not their character overall is annoying, but not the way they all like how the way they are written is crazy. Hmm, crazy. Oh, also there was the animation is kind of mid. Like like a lot of these like animation YouTube channels on YouTube, they're mid. It is mid. What? Wait a moment. Wait a moment. So, these animation channels are kind of mid with their animation and basically the storytelling too. But also, there was like some moments where there was like random emojis like put in there. I'm like, what is this for? Or random text like quotes. Like we don't need these quotes. Like nobody's going to need to remember the quotes in the his. I could barely remember the character's name. And I just finished watching the series like earlier today. Like if I can't even remember the characters' names, then I'm not gonna remember certain quotes. There's not gonna be no funny quotes in this. It's not gonna be like a quote like with Tom's friends where there's like a quote that you're gonna use in real life, or there's a quote that you're gonna remember and you're gonna want to use in real life. Obviously not. Also, at the end of like see episode 3 to the finals episode of the season, it it had like this little like it was like kind of like a triangle shaped like tint of yellow, like kind of like off of like a lamp, type thing. Like like how them like lamps sometimes be like triangle shaped. Like the lighting of that type of lamp, like in like the dead middle of it, like just like contradicting at the end, and then it has like it stops the scene, and then like it stops like right there, like right there, and then like it has that it's like it might have like a certain like it might have a sound like some um like some like at like a like crickets chirping or something like that like at night, like I don't even know, it makes no sense to me. Honest to God, makes no sense. It makes no sense to me. I don't get it. Good thing the story isn't real. Good thing. But will be some Alabama type stuff. Overall, the season is mid at best. Mid. I don't even think that's a favorite episode. I'll probably say the favorite episode is probably the last one because one I can remember the most. No, it's probably the first one, and then maybe the last one. Like no, I can't even say the last one. Cause I'll say the first one. Probably the first one. because the most it doesn't have the most crazy stuff in there. It feels like a normal video that I can like react to on my YouTube channel. It has some low lows, man. It has some low lows. Like it has moments where it's like I don't even want to watch this anymore. Like there was moments today when I recorded this, I was like I had to turn it off and not watch it. See, I really felt that way about it. Like it's so bad sometimes, man. And hopefully season two is a little bit of an upgrade. But overall, this season it's a 3 out of 10. Let's get on to season two, man. Before I lose my brain cells, let's get. Well, season two, man. Season two was definitely, definitely an upgrade from season one in a lot of things. Not writing because the stories are still crazy, but like, um, well, animation was a little bit better. It had a little bit more. Well, it seemed more cleaner. Also, it was also kind of more entertaining. Like it was more entertaining. Like every episode was like, "Oh, I want to see the next one." And then when I got to the season finale, I was like, "Oh, I want to see he was season three." Yeah, I mean, like, and like it got that type of energy to it. If you know what, like it got that entertainment factor. They actually know how to put entertainment into well, into these stories now. So yeah, let's get on to the little recap. I'm going to look at my script here. So on episode one, which is the same title as the season, I almost said season opener, but series oh, opener from the previous season. I'm not going to say it because I am in my room and there's people around. But yes, that's the same title. So in first episode, I'm gonna kind of summarize but not spoil it. Look, I might be kind of be spoiling it, but it's like it's not serious that like you 100% want to watch and not get spoiled. But I'm giving a brief. Oh, his parents, aka the Ops, aka the Ops, create a lot in interviews saying like all this like weird stuff about him and like he's like a weird type of person and he I don't know, steals his ideas and from his sisters and stuff, which, if you can already know, that's a
Stop
lie.
lying.
In interviews, but he quickly subtract hit the hit the parents out the equation. No, he didn't actually commit a crime, but he gave him a deal, and he gave him a deal to basically apologize and then dip and leave him alone for the rest of his life, basically. And then guess what? He added a quote unquote bruh hunter, a fake one, to I think it was what was it to distract the sisters or something like that, some stuff like that. And also to also uh to also add to the apology. Let me see interview they had to do before the parents had to do. So he did that, and then he added himself to the local election, which I don't know what he's running for, but he's in the election, so he obviously got get voted for some. And his main competitor is his former business partner James, the the guy who cut calls with him because his sisters lied to his girl. Yeah, but everything failed, but everything failed. Like his whole entire life was like in, in shambles when he got this paper from that ex. Uh, ex, Melissa, who was his, which if you know from season one, which you probably did because you literally just watched it like 5 minutes ago. Watched me talk about it like 5 minutes ago. Just go, but I'm not gonna recap episode season one because that season is absolutely mid at best. But but they found like he, it was like she found the election papers in his office, his election papers in his office, and like all the stereotypes, they went to investigate, and they found out that Beth was well, working with his ops. Yeah,
She's a snake.
literally. like he like and like I literally thought to myself like, damn, and cancel everything, cut everything. I take back everything I said about Beth in the last section. She just backstabbed him and everybody. Hey, who just watched season one, aka me. Damn, that's crazy. That's the craziest part. That's not even the craziest part of season one, of season two. Probably not. I don't know. Probably is, but it's not the end. It's not the end. He got more. So the only reason why, well, his his was there, Melissa, who was there because she was getting forced into a marriage by none other than her brother and Milton's ops, James. So so who he asked Raymond, who was the quote unquote brother of his, to pretend to be Melissa's boyfriend, so the guy that she's marrying named Cole would, well, what's it called, like cancel the marriage, right? Cancel the marriage. I think that's what you said. But guess what? It didn't go all the way correctly. Like he was kind of persistent. Like he was persistent about it, and Milton literally had to step in to make the deal. Which in that deal, Cole was like not like when he found out Milton was running for like whatever it was in the election. He was like, "Oh my god, oh my god, you, James has no chance." Like he basically was kind of fanboy Milton for like a few minutes. And I was like, damn, he switched up that quick just because someone else is in the race. It's crazy. So he made the deal that as a replacement to what he was originally going to get, he's going to choose out of one of the sisters, uh, Natalie or Penny. He didn't specifically say those two, but he said one of his sisters. So they make the deal. The two sisters meet up, and it was already hectic before they even got in the house. Like literally, I think there was like a scene where I think it was what was it? It was like was like going like I don't know, just going psycho, like all like not like aggressive, but like sort of like manipulative type of stuff, like some like manipulation type of stuff. But that same stuff that happened last season with the police scandal stuff. He tried to do that, try to pull that same card again, try to pull that same trick again. Nope, it didn't work. It actually cost her a decent chance to actually get Cole. So yeah, Sister Penny, he went for it, and then Natalie went in there, and then they went in the house, and I was thinking, I was thinking in my mind, it's like I was thinking in my mind, Gold Digger versus Gold Digger Part Two. You know how it was in the first season. This time, I was like, I was ready when they were talking. about me. I was like, oh my god, I'm ready. I am ready to see what they do. I'm ready because I need entertainment in this series. Because because there was even points in the season, like the first few minutes of the first episode, I was like, oh my god, I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this. This is boring. This is weird. It, like I want entertainment. I want entertainment. I want something I can talk about. I want some good entertainment, so I actually have a worth of wasting my time working and working on this video. So we go in and Cole's not 100%. He asked Milton with his sister he should choose, and obviously he don't want the other sister to be on her to literally hunt him down on for the rest of his life. If basically he
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 don't want to
encouraged
deal with their BS
him to
anymore.
have a whole life for a long time, even until he can actually find a good suitable replacement, which is anybody with money. But it's like it doesn't really matter. It's going to take a minute. It's going to take a good minute. I can tell you that. So no, he doesn't make the decision because obviously he don't want. He's just here to. He's just here to look like a happy old family. Yeah. So here, here's the thing. Plot twist. Is, okay, plot twist. T. The other sister, the one that was gone for like half the season, because she actually had character growth and actually was able to change her ways. She got basically tricked and kidnapped into coming back to town, and then got kidnapped at the airport. That's just a crime upon on crimes. That's just crimes upon crimes. Oh my god, that's just crimes. Like that's a multiple who's of crimes. Like that's at least he's at least a few years in prison, if not more, at least a decade. So he's in there, and now Milton has the choice between basically hmm, between this cold guy marrying the the better sister, which is basically the best the best sister team who actually had character growth in season one, or Melissa who obviously don't want to obviously don't want to marry this man. Both of them don't want to marry him. So he's got a week. He's got a week to make this choice. He's got a week to make this choice. Plus the election, plus the stuff with Beth and stuff. Then bam, we got another situation. This Raymond dude, Raymond, his girlfriend comes to town. And guess who it is? The gold digging eggs from season one, Kristen. Yes, she's
SHT, here
back.
we go again.
And she always gets away. It would make her Raymond believe that Milton was lying about her for about a day. And then the next day, after talking to Melissa, Raymond comes to his house like cry and stuff. Like the truth hurts. Like I was thinking in my mind, the truth hurts. The truth hurts. It hurts. I'm sorry. It hurts. It hurts for anything. It will hurt. It hurt. It hurt for me. I know who that truth hurts sometimes. I felt that experience. I could testify. When the truth gets told to me, and I mean like the real truth, like it's something that I never really thought about or believed, but it's actually reality. It hurts. It hurts bad, horrible. So yeah, something that's not that bad. It's the season. This season ain't bad. Like if it didn't have the wacky stuff for season one, And it was just a normal, crazy family relationship type stuff. Of like this family relationship type stuff. Then it would actually be a pretty decent. It would be a decent season. I I say it's like a 7 out of 10. And my favorite one is episode 6. It wasn't too bad. I like it. Like it had a lot of entertainment in there. It's pretty decent. Yeah. So that's really it. I hope that season 3 can take from season two's goodness of having good decent animation. Like it's better than decent animation and, and good entertainment levels while not having crazy plots and make everything seem in line and seem in sense and have everything be continuity to the rest of the series, then we are all right. We are cool. We are good. This series might actually be bearable. It might just had a bad run in the first season. Let's find out in the next season. Let's get season 3. Oh, season 3. He is one of if not the craziest 7 episodes that I've seen out of the show. That's like the third show from Outside of Thomas Friends I've seen, but oh my god, this season is too crazy for me at points. Okay, I'm Catholic, but like really think about it. This season is great. It's a roller coaster of emotions. From episode 1, Milton got kidnapped. Not the only time he gets kidnapped in the season, but he gets kidnapped by Beth and James, his ops. So, so, oh, where's my remote? Rick, whoa, Rick, oh my goodness, Rick. Okay, so, who he gets kidnapped? But guess what? Karma bites them hard because when they wanted to get his speech, Raven wrote a fake speech that have many, many to the second power or offensive and triggering things in it. Yeah, so they fall for the bait because they that dumb. So, guess what? The campaign does go horribly. It goes horribly. They are done. James got beat.
Haha, karma
Okay,
gotcha.
so basically, so after that, they obviously mad. They obviously furious. They are mad here. Guess what? They can't even let him watch his own presentation, his own campaign, even though he wasn't there. So Timothy, well, who a great speech and had a great speech. It was magnificent. Magnificent, not magnificent. Yeah, I have to learn how to say these words before I actually say it. What? But that's something for later. So, they want to watch his own who campaign. So guess what? It's chilling. So, James and Beth leave. They go on wherever they gotta go. Natalie has to babysit him. So, what he does? He's not begging for food. He's not begging for mercy. He actually negotiates with the girl because the girl, oh, Natalie says that she's going to Japan to meet up with some people who could boost up help the campaign. So he negotiates with her, and somehow, some way, he was out of the situation, and the whole helped him escape. So, so she's not all bad. She's just like 95% bad. So, so they go on. He has the most horrible trip to Japan of all time because he's going with his annoying sister who embarrasses him every chance she could, trying to get every guy she could because she's a gold digger. So he, so so he goes to the hotel. He lands in Japan, goes to the hotel, a motel actually. So goes to the motel, and he wants to take a break. So he goes in a separate room. They have separate rooms, obviously. So they have separate rooms, and he takes a nice old walk, a nice old stroll. He walks into an abandoned park and finds this kid named Peter, who is 15 years old and got abandoned by his parents and now owes $20 million. $20 million. Or else he gets, if you know what I mean. So, what does nothing do? He helps him. He helps him learn how to do the stock prices, learn how to predict stock prices. Because that's how you earn money, through stock, I guess. I don't know, it's maybe a couple years ago, so probably will. So, he does that. He helps him. He helps him do that. So, guess what? He has, he leaves, he helps him do that. Now he has to deal with the marriage stuff. He has to deal with the marriage stuff with Cole because it's been well over the week, well over a week later. And Cole's been calling him. So, well, guess what? He he calls him, and he makes a pretty good plan. He he arranges to have Tina get married. But guess what? Tina never got married. She never did. It was actually mad. He dressed up as Tina because they're all sisters, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter until you get the personality and then the face, but it doesn't really matter. It don't matter to me. They all okay. So he does that. He was able to trick the king. So who he does that, and between that and the marriage, we have this funny scene where Raymond just proves to me why he is my favorite character in the series. That man is literally the type of guy that you want as your friend, because that man always will put you in a good mood. He always has a joke in the mood. He never really could get out of that joking mood. If he is down, he's gonna get back up faster than you want him to. And that man's he's just a great guy to be around. You know? Like, I know I said all these compliment stuffs about Beth in the season one part, but that man really was just a great man to be around. Great, he's a great friend to be around. You need a person like Rain. Like you need a person like Rain as your friend, especially if you're the type of person like Milton who has trust issues. So, yeah, the marriage goes on. It goes on successfully until Penny has to ruin it. Like gold digger Hall has to ruin everything. Like really, she just bursts in there and broke everybody's cup. And Gold, he's threatening with these weak threats that are only effective to 5-year-olds. So, so that happens. So now Peg is pressing Milt, trying to manipulate him. But guess who comes to the rescue?
not really the rescue, but yeah, kind of the rescue. Well, she got knocked out. Penny got knocked out by Melissa. She just came in there and just went straight in the head. KO, KO. Oh my goodness. How's the point system going? In boxing, in UFC, whatever boxing thing called. How's the point system go? However that point system goes, or whatever it means for a KO, she just did it probably like 1,000%. Like she knocked her out. Like, yeah, jeez. I literally, I literally just jumped out of my chair and started jumping in the I was like I was celebrating. Because number one, she definitely did deserve that punch. Like, definitely did. She definitely did deserve that punch. Number two, it was unexpected. It was unexpected. So, well, guess what? She's crawling on the floor trying to gain consciousness. Hey, out of all the things she could say, because she's half knocked out and her brain's already messed up with the first thing, so now she just got probably a decent sized concussion for me. She said this.
Utter confusion. Before I could process anything, she grabbed my ankle. What was she doing now? Milton, marry me, please. She started crying.
What? I know. I know. I know. I know. What? What I just did? I literally said that when I was actually watching the video. What did I just hit? That 5 seconds late. I don't even know.
Dang it. How did they always find out my location?
I don't even know.
Exclaimed. They won't let me live in peace even if I change. Though. Thought about it before doing all those horrible things.
Oh.
That punch do some damage to her brain. Don't force me to take drastic measures, Penny. Research shows nostalgia.
Oh my goodness, this is hard. I don't have the clips because I literally just watched this like maybe 45 minutes to an hour ago. Okay, there we go. I think we got here. I hope so. If I'm not.
Don't force me to take drastic measures, Penny.
Okay, oh, so Melissa responds with this.
Actually, Melissa started, you don't have a chance here, Penny, because Milton is marrying me.
What? What? Oh, hey, I need the phone for the script cleaning, which I'm definitely off script by at least a couple miles, but I don't care. But
what is this?
Oh my goodness! What? What? Oh my! Bro, what is going on? What is going on in this season, man? What's going on? Like, oh my goodness! What is this? What? Yeah. Oh my goodness. So, guess what? Raymond after all it is, Raymond was Milton to just get out and run. 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 Get going. Hit the road and start sprinting. He didn't say all that, but run. Run. So what he does? So he goes and runs, and he's going to go say goodbye to Peter because he's leaving. He's boarding the next flight, getting out. So he's going to leave, and he's going to check up and say his final goodbyes to Peter. So he's looking around, and he finds how he quote unquote finds out he that, that he were carrying his quote unquote, I guess, his deceased body, quote unquote deceased body. So he goes to the cemetery, and just before he got buried, oh my goodness, I'm talking too much. Before Peter gets buried alive, he stops it, saves Peter, and to find out the girl who was helping him, well, she betrayed him. So, so, think about what this is. Not just gotta say his goodbyes, gotta say his goodbyes, gotta help him. Maybe he would help him if he wasn't in the situation that he was in now. Where he has to basically flee the country so he doesn't get his crazy sister doesn't try to catch him. So he leaves. He says goodbyes. Hopefully Peter gets gets an appearance in season 4. Hopefully. So he says goodbyes to Peter. And he booked a taxi to the airport. And about 10 minutes before they reach the airport, well, 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 he gets caught. It's not really. It's kind of attempted. Because he basically gets knocked out by the smell. He basically gets knocked out by the smell. And he wakes up to find himself above water, above an aquarium, getting lowered down with a weight on his ankles, with weights on his feet, and he can't get up. He has no breathing. He has no oxygen tanks, nothing to help him breathe except for the air in his body, like, which is slowly running out as he's trying to breathe. He can't get up, and the crowd has signs saying, "Kessler, stop breathing." He finds out he has to kiss Penny, which is his sister, which is incest. Y'all, low key. I just thought about this. Number one, I gotta get this recording on quick. Number two, the people who wrote this scene should low key have to get the search history checked out. Because I think they kind of weird, in my opinion. Incest is weird. Incest should be illegal. Yes. So, the crowd is basically chanting, including the ops, incest or die. Commit incest or commit self with ending yourself. Or commit ending yourself. Or drown. That's basically it. Or basically drown yourself. That's basically it. So he has the option to save his life because so before he has to commit incest, a hand snatches him out the water. It snatches him out the water, pulls him out, brings him to the ground. It's a girl. Her name is Sophia. And we get to find out after the ops get arrested that it looks a little bit, not a little bit, a lot of bit like her father. Yes. So, time to find out. Milton. Milton is the lost son of the mafia boss. As the sister. What? It's the brother. Oh my goodness. The brother of Sophia who runs a part of the mafia in Japan. So his family isn't really his family. His father's not really his father. His mother's not really his mother. His sisters are not really his sisters. So everything I said about how incest is not true. It's not true. It ain't. He's just a little gold. He's just a little rich man to his sisters. And we slowly find out my life is in this story, this series. The mention of the, the meaning of this series is all a lie. They're not his sisters. They're just what? Bro, this season, man. These last two seasons have been just out of this world, man. It's crazy, man. Because I was coming into after season one thinking it was just gonna be mid. It was gonna be straight mid. It was gonna be horrible. I was gonna regret this. I don't think I regret it watching these last two seasons. Not really. I don't. I do at some points. Okay, we good. Okay, almost done. So, who? So this season, man, I say it's it's a it's a little bit of a downgrade because all the craziness, like the crazy scale went up, so the season kind of downgrades a little bit, but it's still decent. It's like a 6.5, like a 6.5. And my favorite episode is episode 4 with Peter and his backstory. They didn't go in detail, but they did talk about it. I wish that he could get like an episode in season 4. I don't think it is, but if they could get him in for season 4, season 5, I'll be happy. I'll be happy. And if they don't, then it will be a disappointment. So yeah, this season's alright, but we'll find out. We'll find out what happens with his new family, his new environment, and his new life in the mafia. Season 4. Let's find out.
Even though season 4 is only 2 episodes, technically kind of one because it's really, in my opinion, feels like a two-parter, even though it's kind of unofficially a two-parter. So yeah, it kind of is a two-parter, but it has a lot in that uh, that, that that I want to talk about it in its own separate part. Instead of just combining it with season 4 and 5. Instead of doing that, I will talk about it individually from season 4 and season 5. So, what is has in store? So, basically, basically, Milton and Sophie uh, will goes on a private plane and they land in the desert where they find this town on with like this huge mansion type thing and like all these like people and stuff or like they're all these people are there to meet them and greet them and they greet them warmly. Then they go inside and they meet the father and the father was like 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 above like stairs or something. And like the father was so excited to see like his only son Milton for the first time. It was a lit shit. Like he ran down the stairs. Like Milton thought he was about to fall down the stairs. At the rate he was going. Like he was so excited to see him and to finally see his son for the first time in a long time. Like it was legit. He Like he was like very excited, and it kind of did make Milton like uncomfortable in a way. Like it made Milton feel uncomfortable, and like his gut feeling was like, oh, it's doesn't feel right. So he tries to. I thought it was raining for a second, but he tries to run away, and well, that does not go successfully because he's in the middle of a desert, and he passes out due to dehydration. And when he next wakes up, he is on the back of a camel with this with this woman who looks very young, and he almost falls in love with, well, what he didn't know at the time, and he will find out in a few minutes, his stepmother. Please don't turn into them. Please, please. That's all I gotta say. When I was watching it, I was like, please don't turn into one of them. Please don't turn into one of them. Please, please, like, please. So, oh, so basically, he finds out it's a stepmother, so he chills out. Like he chills out. So we'll have none of that. He didn't turn into one of them. Thank God, because I would just straight up quit. I would have quit the video. I would just quit the video. I would just end it off there. I would just end it off there, and then I would make the outro talking about it for like 15 minutes. He lays down for a little bit, takes a nap, and then he wakes up and like he goes to like a dinner with him, the father, the stepmother, and Sophia. So basically, the whole like family, like the main family core, and basically, his father tells him the story of how he basically got adopted by his parents, and it was basically because was his birth mother was power hungry and wanted to take over the organization. And when she couldn't, she decided to take Milton and and leave him by an elevator in a poor part of town. So they tried looking for her. They tried looking for him. They couldn't find her. They couldn't find him. By the time they found out where he was, he's already adopted by his parents. So so couldn't find him. Even though he did know a little bit about how he was and how he was like growing up and stuff. Like he always had like an eyes worth. It's just he couldn't never be able to get to him. Like he wasn't able to ever get him out that situation. So it's a tough thing. And the thing that made this whole scene and made this whole thing, like this whole scene, more impactful because how emotional he was. That man nearly cried multiple times. Like he had to stop himself from like he had like tears in his eyes. Like he had to stop himself from like crying and stuff because it hurt him that much that he was not able to get his son. Like to have be able to rescue his son from his evil birth mother. And he's happy and grateful now that he is able to have his son and be able to be in the same vicinity as his son and have a son with him and him being safe with him. It's a good thing. So his like next assignment, his next assignment, wait, my, yeah, I'm cooking another one. And his next assignment is to go back to his old town where the main story took part, where the story took mainly part at, and own the hotels. He's going to give him some the hotels, and then he's going to help him run. He's going to get him to run. Going to get him to be the mayor of that city, of that town, which is great because he was he wasn't gonna really struggle, but he was definitely having a tough time, especially with all the stuff around him. And he would have had a hard chance of being able to do his election by himself after coming back. And with all the mental stuff he just went through, like it'll be tough for him. So yeah. Overall, I think this is two parts last season is it's the best part so far of this series. And I, and I say it's a great way to start off a new era. Because I think season 4 and 5 is a different era from seasons 1 through 3. So it's a great way to start a new era. And I want to see, I want to know what will happen next. What will happen next? And I want to see how he does it, how he gets revenge on on the people who downed him, because he has all this power now. He can get all this power, and he has people that will support him on his side. So let's see what happens. So yeah, I gave this season like an 8.5 out of 10. It's a pretty good. Like Like the only real thing was that little thing with like the whole stepmother stuff. Like other than that, it's a pretty good season, almost great little season. Like if they had this type of like before, like this type of stuff going in, like with this series would be more watchable. I could definitely tell you like that. If they had the writing and the actual like good writing that they had for this two-parter, this season, this series will be a lot more watchable. I could definitely tell you that. So, yeah, let's get it on. Also, I don't have a favorite episode because two. It's 2 episodes, and also it's a two-parter, so it's like, uh, I do like part 2 a little bit more than part 1, but 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 I want to say my favorite moment is the dinner scene. Obvious, great scene, probably the best scene of the entire series. Just strictly off of the emotion and the impact it had on the audience. So yeah, yeah. Let's see what happens in season 5. Hope. Let's see what happens in season 5. Season 5. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness. This season, man. This season was a literal roller coaster. Literally, I swear. If this will be the final episode, which it looks like it might, I don't think it is, but if it was, it'll be a rocky ending and an ending that I wouldn't like. Because number one, I was thinking if this series would end now, then 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 it'll be a very, very, very short ending. Because I kind of do want to see what happens next. So let's get to talk about the season. So season 5. So Milton is going to do his plan. So Milton goes back home, and his family is so happy to see him. Like his sisters go to this hotel where this famous guy named Jan Mendes. Jan Mendes. They did Shawn Mendes crazy with that one. Jan Mendes is crazy. They didn't even try. It's like to make an alternate character of Justin Bieber. They say Austin Bieber. Jan Mendes. Jan Mendes is crazy. Jan Mendes. Uh so it took me I just remember it. I'm looking at the time. It took me almost 3 hours to watch the show. It took me almost 3 hours to watch the season. It took me almost 3 hours. Well, it was only supposed to take me one. In like almost in half, but like it took me double the time because of we will talk about it in a minute. But his sisters basically trapped him in this hotel room and forced him to have to take pictures with them. So he gets all this. They get all this clout. Clout hungry, gold digging. His whole his, his sisters they got had, had took trapped them in room, a hotel room, and forced them to take pictures. Yeah. So, that's not even the worst of it. We're not even close to the worst. So, this man goes to school and he starts talking to this girl, and oh, the girl, like they start talking, and he got all like this, like he's basically what all the he's wanting. Every single, basically a ladies man. He's basically a ladies man, but with no actual lady man skills. He just got the money. He's got the cash. He got the clout. So he's talking to this girl, and all these girls and people want to take pictures with him. So the girl who gets a little mad. So, it's a red flag because you can't even be, you can't even like, you don't like it when I take pictures with people. Like that makes minimal sense. So, so she's mad. So instead of like seeing the red flags and maybe and Paul cutting cutting ties with this girl, this man, this man, and this was why it took me so long to even finish this series. Remember, I started watching the season at like 2:30 ish, like around 2:30. It's 5:27 right now, and I just finished like 5 minutes ago. That's how long it took. And for these 3 episodes, I think it was between like CC and episode 3 and 6 or something like that, or 4 and 6 or something like that. It literally took me probably like at least a couple of hours to get through that because I was literally like in the point of legit raging. So this man, this man, he goes over. They invite him to his house, and girl who said it's gonna be her and a friend of hers, and he knows that that friend of hers has a thing for him too. So instead of saying no, he plays it a little safe. I say he played it a little safe by saying yes. He didn't play it safe. He played it safe by not trying. He played it safe by the relationship, but he didn't play it safe for himself. So he goes over there, and here's the part. He they open the door. The girls are wearing like a oversized t-shirt, like oversized, like and short shorts, like short shorts. Like I can like short shorts. It's two girls and one guy. What would it be? And they both are into him. What would the outcome really be? What would the outcome really realistically be? Especially in with those types of situations. What would it be? Not that far, but not that far, but I got pretty close. So, oh, instead of I don't know, turning the other way and running the other way, getting out, running like he's Usain Bolt, sprinting, getting out of this. He goes in. He stays there. He tries to get out, but he's already too. He already made the bad decision. This man, this man, and guess what? There was cameras everywhere. The photos got leaked. Now he's a laughing stock of the school. Even the dean knows. The dean. The dean knows. And then he can't even go to his house. Well, huh, with the paparazzi being there. He can't even go to his house. So he's basically low-key kicked out. In my opinion, he gets kicked out. So there you go. He get his shit shipped off, transferred wherever to his all girls dorm, which he low key deserves. And guess who is his roommate? The same girl. He finds out through his own hmm, persuasiveness. It's the same girl who bullied him in middle school. I might have skipped over this part, which I did, but he got bullied a lot in high school. He actually told the story about how he got bullied a lot in high school and how he was scared to go into college. Guess what? Though that girl was legit the same girl who made the bullies bully him. Cause she was mad. She wasn't getting the top. She wasn't the top of the class. And she got rejected by him. She changed her name. She got plastic surgery. He changed this up. Guess what? He had in order to get those photos removed. He had he has to pretend to be her boyfriend and pay $10,000 a month. 10K, 10 racks a month to not even be her boyfriend, to pretend to get out of this scandal. He has to agree so he can get those pictures off of his record. But this man, the man, but guess what? He meets her brother. And guess what? The brother had a little beef with her. So to get he's some unfinished business, they're gonna prank her. They were gonna put some like pills and stuff in a drink, and they were gonna like, get some pictures of her when she was like sleeping stuff, and post all that stuff to ruin her reputation. Guess what this man does? Guess what this man does? He has second thoughts. He has second thoughts, and he eventually refuses to do it. He refuses to do it. Simp. He's a literal simp. That man is a simp for that. That man commit stage one simp him simpness. Stage one simpery. That's not even a word, but I made it up. Simpery. He he committed class one first offense simpery. How? How, Sway? Then you threaten the man. Then you expose the man. You snitch on the man who's trying to help you. Then you threaten the man. Now, oh, him and his crew is against you. When you could have got the bullets off of you, and you could have got back at her. You could have got back at her. But you really just decide to simp. Decide to be a simp. For a girl that don't even want you. She called you an idiot for doing it. Now you gotta pay 10K a month. Now you gotta pay 10K a month. You got no options. It's either that or the pictures getting uploaded again. So guess what? At one of his shows, at one of his little campaign events, his brothers and two other men, that the two one of the guys is literally like bald at 19, has like he like the old man hair at 19. He at 19. So who man this is lit. So they throw rods, they throw tomatoes and stuff like the stereotypical crowd would do when they don't like something. They would just throw tomatoes. And then he's this kid, and he snaps. He almost commits physical violence. He almost goes to physical violence. But guess what? He gets him. He gets him hmm, to run to ruin his truck. The truck that they love and actually had a name for, which is crazy. Damn, how do you have a name for a truck? That's what. but but it's not over. He ruins them. He gets them. I think I don't know. I don't know. He ruins the truck in their lives, but somehow doesn't get them arrested. It's crazy. Then and this girl, I'm not even gonna name them because I'm not caring. I don't care about no names. I don't care about them names. He goes. She drags him over. He thinks he's getting an escape route. Nope. She just knocked him out somehow, some way, tied him up in the back of the car. But guess what? Before she could run with him, two girls stop him. Stop him. Pull her out the car. Pull him out. One pulls him out. One pulls her out the car. One pulls him out the car. Bam. They have a little bit of oh my god. I had to the plea. They had to do it. They had to do it. They had to pull some Alabama type stuff, bro. Oh my goodness. They fall in love. But you're going to think, how is it Alabama? How is it Alabama to fall in love? It was it was his cousin who saved them, and they fell in love. I'm actually serious about it. Like, like this was another part where I literally like almost quit. This was the part where I almost quit. Hmm. It's I was serious about like legit quitting. Like, like if it wasn't for the fact that the rest of the story happened, I would just straight up quit. I would just quit. I would have been like, done, done. I'm done. I'm cutting this off. I'm getting to recording this. I'm to leave it as it is, and I'm going to dip. But guess what? I forced through. I did it for y'all. Y'all better like this video, subscribe if you're new, comment down below. Comment what your favorite part of the video was, and if you ever saw a series or a part of it. Because I hope y'all did. But wait, it still goes on. So his conscience starts taking over. It's just like little imaginary friend starts taking over. And his imaginary friend convinces him to start working on like coding and stuff. Wait, I skipped the part. Oh, he got better. He got himself together after this little tangent because he started like falling out on the race. He was still running for mayor, so his 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 numbers started to drop a little bit because he was getting not focused. He was not focused. So he got himself together and he won the election. He's mayor. So guess what? It ain't over though. His conscience started taking over. His imaginary friend was talking to him. And his imaginary friend helps him to get into the metaverse. To create the metaverse. But while that was happening, he was having suspicious about his dad's doing. And one day, when he was going, after he gave him a little access to the metaverse stuff, he goes into his computer and it's not there. It's not working. His coin, his metaverse, it's not there. It's stolen. He goes fully into against his dad. But his conscience strikes again. His conscience tells him that his lover and his family has betrayed them, has backstabbed them. Everyone that he was trusting has backstabbed them. You can't trust no one in this world. Just can't. Just can't trust no one. So, so, so he's working to try to build up evidence against his father. He's trying, he's trying his best. His father's gaining power, gaining power. His father forces the country to go into war to gain power. He starts selling weapons to gain money and power. Now he's rich. He is a trillionaire. He got money. And he is trying. He is trying his best. And he has this interview where he's trying to prove his point. He's trying to he gathered all the evidence and he's trying to prove his point through this interview. The interviewer is 100% against him. And now he's looking like a fool. But suspicions going around. People are starting to think. People are starting to question his father. And soon, they are starting to believe him. They are starting to rally against his father. He's starting to get a following. So what he does, his father hosts a emergency election, and he is going against his father. Milton versus his father. And who is there to help him? Well, the man, the the men and women, the myth, the legends are back. Peter is back. Raymond is back. Melissa is back to help. And Sophie also is back too, but she he's alright. I'm just capping. I'm just capping. I'm just capping. She's back too to help. He helps out a little bit to gather information, but he has to go back to his country to find his parents and to get a little information on Milton's birth mother. Okay, Raymond and Melissa come. He arrive and they discuss the plans. Since Beth and Cole are helping his father somehow, well, Raymond is going to be assigned to pretend to help to pretend to be Beth's boyfriend, to gather information, and Melissa is going to pretend to be Cole's fiance to gather information. Well, once they get all the information, they'll send it back to him, and he will gather all the information to win the election fair and square against his father. And before they leave, Milton and Melissa share an emotional moment, share a bonding moment. As a way to make amends for the prior fallings, the prior issues. Even ends up in a kiss. What a great way to end off a season. A rocky season, but has a great ending. Why am I getting emotional over this? Oh my goodness. I think this season is the most craziest season. For like 75% of this, I wanted to legit quit when I was watching it. But I say through the first 6 to 7 episodes, through the first six episodes, I say it's like like a two, like a two. But the last couple episodes have been great, especially after the fact that he's gaining his conscience is taking over. After his conscience and the metaverse stuff, he the episodes are like great. Everything after that is great. So to bounce, even though it's not as great as the previous 3 seasons, I still give it a 7. I still give it a 7 for how great the couple of episodes were. If you were to fix every single thing, if you were to fix the first 6 episodes into a decent way, we might have been able to get a, a near perfect season with how this goes. But we didn't. But guess what? It it's not over. At least I don't think it is. I don't think it's over. It might not. But if it isn't over and they get a new season, I'll do a part 2. But I want to talk about it a little bit more. I think the favorite episode is the final episode. See, episode 8. The final episode is the best. I'm not even gonna cap. It's the best episode. It's one of the it's the best episode in the season and might even be the best episode of the series. It'll be a great way to end off the season. It's not the best way to end off the series, but if if it is the end, then it ended off pretty well. So let's get on to the outro because this video is already way too long. Let's get. So I'm going to keep it brief, but basically, I think the series it's mid. It's mid, and it's entertaining at best. Like it has some entertaining points, but in my opinion, I think season 1, 3 shouldn't have been long as it is with the outcome that was the end of season 3. And if 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 it is the end of the series, which I don't know or care, then it will be kind of a mid, not really the best ending, but that final episode of season 5 was probably the best episode of the series. Like, like I'm not even going off of just straight recency bias. I think it was genuinely one of the best. And season 5 was horrible to start off, but it came around at the end. But like, but yeah, I think overall, if you look at the series from 1 to 5, it's mid. It's not. It's unbearable at sometimes, and it's really made to get you a reaction at points. It's made to get you a reaction. Like this series is really, and I think from what I've seen from all the series on like these channels on the channel that I reacted to, ooh, I think it's to get you a reaction to get you invested into the series. And this is a good example because they extended this whole series out longer and longer and longer. Where there was many times that it could have ended if they took a different path or they made a better decision, but they kept extending it, extending it, extending it, and now we are here. And if I'm not capping to myself, the end is getting close. I could definitely say that the end is getting close. I think I have some opinions that like there's some things I want to change about it, like say like a different ending, like say gonna keep it like kind of brief. I'm gonna explain it better in my next podcast episode a little bit, but it's basically like Milton has like a stress reaction and has to go to the hospital because the election stuff and then stuff with sisters and the marriage stuff. So all of his like sisters and like some of the people like all like his sisters, the people who's helping him out, his ex, like try has to like help with the campaign, and even though like they're struggling to do it, the people who know how to do it, like Bev and Raymond, they go along and help them, and he eventually wins mayor and all that stuff. And that's how you end off the series in 2 seasons. Like you have season 1 be the exact same, then halfway through, then you start off season 2 with him having like a stress reaction. Like say this is not coming from his perspective, and this is coming from this is straight on like a viewer's perspective, or like there's a narrator, like something like that. Like that's how I think if I wanted to change it up, that's how I go with it. But it's my opinions. Ain't really gonna matter to them. I don't work that that channel. I don't do those stories. I don't really care either. So yeah, I think overall the series is like a 6 to 7 out of 10. It's probably more like a 6.5. And I think that, and I think I say a lot, but season 5 episode is the best overall episode in the series. And I think season 4 was the best overall season. So yeah. I hope you guys like this video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, man. Come on, bro. Subscribe, bro. Like, I'm serious, man. I've been working for weeks about this. Like, I've been working the last couple of days for this. I've been up all night for this stuff. So come on, bro. Like, comment down below what your favorite part of the video was. Comment down below if I say anything that's like that you disagree on. Also, comment down below if you will watch the series. And if you have, what you think about the series. Also, check out the other 31 D&D videos. Check out all my videos. Go to the channel, check them out, subscribe, do all that stuff, man. And as always, social media links are down in the description too. So yeah. Also check out the podcast. I might stream like the day when this premieres. So check it out. So yeah. See y'all in the next video. Peace out. Bye.